All right, it is 1 o'clock. Once again today, we'll need the bath towel, shower towel, or anything that pretty much has any tension. Or we'll have dumbbells that you can switch between the two. I'll give you guys that option as we get going, but we're going to start off here with our warm-up. Just some arm circles here. We'll have a shoulder system later on in place. So you're going to want to make sure that those shoulders are warmed up. Make them bigger. Bring them back small and reverse their direction. Making them bigger again. And smaller. Same thing, we're still going to be working the shoulders here, but we're also going to be opening up that chest, doing some hamstring curls while we're doing it. When I want you guys to do this, I really want you to squeeze those shoulder blades at the back there. We really want to get that upper back activated as well. It is a chest opener, but we also want to get that upper back ready to fire for today's session. From there, we're just going to take it down. We got squat into toe raise. We're going to transition to something we've done in the past as well. Ankle rows, we're going to be rocking back on the heel, forward to the toes. So rocking to the heel, coming up on the toes. Again, just another way that we're going to mobilize that ankle, get it ready for today's session. That rocking back on the heels really helps us get those dorsiflexors firing. That's that front anterior portion of the lower leg. From there, just hip openers, bringing that leg from center, out, and back. And then reverse it, going out and back into center. And from here, we're going to finish off this warm-up. Frankenstein kicks, just kicking that front leg as high into the air, trying to reach our hands at top. Dynamic way that we're activating the hamstrings right here. Getting a nice stretch, then pulling back down towards the ground. All right. From here, you can use the dumbbells if you want some extra weight. Otherwise, body weight is more than okay. Sumo squats. Again, the legs a little bit wider. Toes pointed out if we would like. We're going to start with normal squats, going into pulsing, into a hold to start us off. So just normal sumo squats. We will have some negative and some concentric elongated as well here before we get into that pulsing. But right now we're just getting that system ready. From the top, we're going to go down for 6 seconds, up for 6 seconds. So down 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up 6 through the heels, 4, 3, 2, extend the hips, down 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one more time, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I want us down here. We're pulsing just at the bottom. Again, pressure through those heels, really trying to fire those glutes. At the bottom here, let's hold. $15 more seconds here on this hold. Again, firing through those heels, firing those glutes. Pressure through the heels, fire those glutes. 5, 3, 2, 1. You guys can go ahead and stand. You can use weights here. We have a straight-legged deadlift, single leg, or double leg. We have 2 sets here. So if you do single leg, you can switch, go to the other leg for the second set. Otherwise, we're hinging here at the hips. Back stays contracted. Nice flat back here. Little bend in the legs as possible. Again, if you want to use those weights, you can. Otherwise, one leg at a time, single leg. Again, 2 sets. So if you choose to do single leg, you can switch it at that halfway mark. But we're starting here at 3, 2, and 1. Again, back straight, firing those glutes and those hamstrings to bring us back up. Slow and controlled here is the goal. We want to make sure that we give those muscles the tension that they need without utilizing momentum too much. From there, quick break here. We're going to switch over if you're doing that other leg. Otherwise, we have set 2 starting in 3, 2, and back in. Again, if you're doing single leg before, you're now doing that opposite leg. Really making sure we get that full extension here at that top. Ten seconds. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go down here to the ground. We have glute bridges here. Again, just trying to isolate those glutes a little bit more than we were able to do in that straight-legged deadlift. More than welcome to use weights here, placing them on the hips. 2 sets here again. So if you're doing single leg with that straight-legged deadlift, feel free to do single leg here as well. I just ask that you start with the same foot that you started with before. You're either doing both legs together at that same time, straight line from that knee to the shoulder, or 1 foot up, single leg. Again, 2 sets, starting in 3, 2, and activate. Pressing through those heels, driving those hips as high as you can, and when you're at the top, see if you can't get a little bit higher. Again, when you're at that top here, think you got it, just go a little bit more, see if you can't get a little bit more of a squeeze on your glutes there. 2, 1, relax there here. Switching to that other leg if we need to, starting right here. Go. Again, pressure through that heel here. Ten seconds. 2, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to finish off this lower body segment doing that squat again here. We were able to activate earlier. Go into some single joint pre-post activation here. We're going to go back to where we started off. So once again, sumo squats, legs a little bit farther out, ankles and toes pointed out if we need to. We're starting here in 3, 2, and 1. We're going just normal sumo squats. Really drive through the heels, drive that glute activation up here, especially after all that post pre-exhaustion that we were doing right before this. At the top here, we're going to start going down 6 seconds, up 6 seconds, down 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, full extension, down 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, full extension, but no rest at the top, down 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more just like this, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, down and pulse here, down and pulse. And I want you guys holding right here. Ten seconds on this hold, and then you guys get a little bit of a water break. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. You guys can come up. You guys can relax. Grab your water here. And we are going to be getting in to our upper body portion next. So we're going to start off our upper body portion here. Dumbbell shrugs. We want to go neck down here while we're starting with shrugs. If you have a towel, we've done this before. One part of that towel underneath the knee, and you're just squeezing up as high as you can get that towel. If you have dumbbells, we'll just have a normal shoulder shrug here. 2 sets to activate here as much, especially for that isometric group. And I'll say this, if you're doing with the towel, it'll probably be more difficult just because you're strictly fighting against yourself and the tension. Versus with that dumbbell, you will have that eccentric or that negative portion that might make it a little bit easier, but both will be challenging. So utilize whatever equipment that you have there. We'll be starting here in 3, 2, and up with me. Again, if you have those dumbbells, you are going through a full range of motion. If you have that towel, squeeze in as high as you can. Just 5 seconds on this first set. 3, 2, and 1. Quick breather here. Regain your composure. We're starting again here in 5 seconds. 3, 2, and re-engage. If you're using the towel, that isometric, no movement phase, it may not be possible to keep trying to drive as high as you possibly can. You want that towel without any possible movement at all. 15 seconds. Less than 10. 5, 4, re-squeeze, 3, 2, and 1. Here we'll have that next shoulder circuit, which we spoke about at the beginning. One hand at a time if you're doing dumbbells. We're going to start off with that lateral raise. Then we're going to transition that to a front raise, and then we're going to switch sides. If you have that towel, we've done this before. You're going to have it underneath that one leg, and you're just going to pull up laterally in that isometric fashion here. Both people will be doing one arm at a time here, and we're going to get started in 3, 2, and raise up. So again, if you have that dumbbell, you are going consistently moving. If you have that towel, just holding it as much tension as that you can get at the top there. Five seconds here. Keep squeezing a little bit higher if you can. 2 and 1. What you have next here is a front raise. Again, you're either raising that dumbbell or you're pulling that towel taut. We are starting here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and raise up. Ten seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can relax there, switching sides here. Again, it's going to be the exact same thing, either a lateral shoulder raise with the towel isometrically or dynamically with that dumbbell. We are starting in 3, 2, and raise that up. Ten seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Prepare for that front raise. And we are starting in right now. Go ahead. About 10 seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. Relaxing there. We have next here, we're going to go into a multi-joint movement. We have rows, which we've done here before. You're either leaning forward here, you can be standing if this kneeling position isn't as comfortable for you. And you just got rows, slow and controlled here if you're utilizing those dumbbells. If you're utilizing this towel here, again, will just be that isometric contraction. It might not seem like you're moving as much, but it will get more hard just because you're fighting a ceiling that you know you can't break through. So again, I'm going to let you guys decide what form of equipment is best for you. We're starting in 2, 1. You got rows. You're either doing it with me like this, or you got those isometric, slow and controlled rows with that weight that you got at home. 2 sets here as well. 15 seconds on this first set, really driving those elbows as high as you possibly can, which regardless of whatever group that you're in here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can relax there quickly. We're starting in about 10 seconds again. 3, 2, driving those elbows high. Consistently reminding yourself to pinch those shoulder blades as well throughout this range of motion, not just at the top, throughout. That's how the shoulder blades, you got rhomboids in between them. They're a great postural muscle. So keeping those squeezed and contracted is a great way to help improve our posture. 20 seconds. Keep driving it a little bit higher. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we have a lot of tricep work here today, so what we're going to do is focus on some biceps quickly. You can do one arm at a time here if you have the weight, and you're just going to do a normal bicep curl. Otherwise, if you have that towel underneath one knee, elbow can be a little bit farther out from the body if it makes it easier for you to contract your bicep without relying too much on the shoulder, but you're squeezing up isometrically if the towel is what we have. We are starting here in 2, 1, squeeze up. Really, really trying to keep that towel as taut as possible. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you're using the towel, go ahead and switch that over. Same thing, switch the dumbbell over to the other side. Get in position here. Starting in 3, 2, and squeeze. 15 seconds. Again, try to get it up there. Obviously, that towel's not giving much, but keep fighting, driving that hand up towards the ceiling. 3, 2, and 1. You guys can go ahead, relax there. Towel can go aside. Dumbbells as well here. What we have next, push-ups. We are going to go wide into narrow here. 2 sets, 5 each. More than welcome to go on your knees for them or up as well. But we're going to start off hands or wider than shoulder width. I'll count out the push-ups. You guys can try to keep in pace with me or move with me through the cadence if you can't quite do 5. But we're going to go ahead and start right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hands come narrow or neutral about shoulder width. Starting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Quick break here. Shake out the arms if you need to. Hands back in neutral. Again, knees perfectly okay, or going to knees halfway through a set. More than all right as well. We're going to start this next set here right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hands come in about shoulder width and starting. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Quick drink here. That's going to conclude our upper body portion. We're going to go into that torso work here next. We're going to start off with bird dogs. I'll let you guys get that drink, and you guys can join me right here, tabletop position. We're going to start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Opposite arm, opposite leg, straight line from that wrist to that ankle, and switch. Really trying to squeeze the low back in those glutes here. You might feel it, I'm sure, in the shoulders as well as we're doing that front raise, an activity we did earlier at the start of today. Ten seconds. 3, 2, and 1. We just focus on the low back. Now we're going to focus on that anterior portion of the torso here. We have a plank here. I'm going to have us hold it 45 seconds. If you need a break, I'll give you a 15-second reminder when we're near that 40 or at that 30-second mark in case you want a little bit of a break so you can finish with us. But we are going to start here in 3, 2, 1 on our forearms here. Straight line from our shoulders down to our ankles. We are here for 45 seconds. Really driving that belly button into the spine. Already a third of the way there. If you had a break already, you're rejoining us right now for these last 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. You can relax right there. Go ahead, grab some water here. We're going to start our cool down next. And what we're going to start in is this lunge position. We have that 3-phase hip flexor, hamstring stretch that we've done. So a little bit of dynamic cool down before we get into some of the stretching that we've done. I'll let you guys grab a quick drink of water. We'll be back here in about 10 seconds. All right, you're with me in this position right here. Neutral pelvis, torso upright, lunge position. And you're driving that pelvis forward. We hold this stretch a little bit longer the first round, and then we start speeding it up. From there, I'm going to have you drop down into a Spider-Man. Pelvis drives into the floor. Bring it on back. Pelvis drops on that back leg. Front leg extends for a hamstring stretch. And bring it up. You're going to do that 2 more times, just faster here. Again, neutral pelvis, torso upright, driving forward here. You can afford to be a little more aggressive if you're comfortable with it. Don't want to feel pain, but since we're not going to be holding it as long, that's okay to be a little bit more aggressive. We just don't want a snap back of that muscle when we finally release from this position. Go ahead, drop it down. Spider-Man, pelvis into the floor. Bring it back, hamstring stretch. Again, when I say more aggressive, kind of think what we were feeling with those Frankensteins, even maybe a little less tense than that, just because it is such a quick stretch, but it is a little bit longer than those Frankensteins. 1 more time through here. Drop it down. And bring it back. All right, from there, you can go ahead and raise. We'll stay on this leg here. Slowing it down, we're going to go right into a hip flexor stretch. Again, that first phase that we did in that circuit, we're right here. Neutral pelvis, torso upright. If you want a little bit more of a stretch here, you can turn into that upper knee. That rotation helps with the psoas stretch in case we need a little bit of that. Got about 10 seconds left on this stretch here. 3, 2, 1. I'll have you guys switch over. Other leg, same thing here. Normal, neutral pelvis, torso upright. Slow on that first phase, speeding it up, rounds 2 and 3. From there, I'm going to have you guys drop it down. Spider-Man, pelvis into the floor. And bring it back. Pelvis over that back leg. Front leg extends, hamstring. And bring it back up. 2 more rounds here, quicker through. Normal hip flexor stretch. Drop it down, Spider-Man. And bring it back for that hamstring. And 1 more time, bring it up with me. Drop it down, Spider-Man, pelvis to the floor. And bring it back for that hamstring. From there, you can go ahead and raise it up. Again, normal hip flexor stretch, a little bit longer here. If you need that extra rotation, you go ahead and take it. But we're here right now. About 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to drop it down to the ground here. V stretch. Stretching those adductors here today. Bring it over to one side. Bring it over to the other. From here, we have a glute stretch. 1 leg in front. Bring that other leg over and squeezing that in. We did a lot of glute specific work, so we want to pay attention to that for a little bit here. From there, go ahead, switch it over. Same thing, squeezing that knee in. You can relax there. And of course, for our last stretch, we're going to do my favorite four-way neck stretch here. Shoulders relaxed, hands wherever you find them most comfortable. If you have a chair, I'd recommend sitting in that as well, just as your hands are freely able to dangle. We're going to start off though, chin down to chest, stretching the back of that neck. Go ahead, raise it up, tilting it back here. Again, a week's worth of typing at a computer can really get these muscles really tight here. They are smaller, so we want to be gentle, but we do want to pay them their attention. And bring it back, ear to a shoulder here, stretching the side of the neck. And raise it up, switch it over.